Good morning, Orwigsburg Area Free Public Library. I have the pleasure of being here with author Camille Matthews, who has written a beautiful series of books that she lovingly donated here to the Orwigsburg Library. She has also had the pleasure of being a book trivia person for us, and she has read one of her books for YouTube. So we are going to get to know Camille a little bit better. So Camille, thank you for your time. And my first question to you is, what is the inspiration behind that beautiful book series that you have written?
Thank you, Claudia. It's so good to be here. Well, the inspiration behind the Quincy the Horse books is that Quincy was a real horse. He was my horse for many, many years. And during his lifetime, we moved as a family from upstate New York, where he was born and where I bought him, across the country and went out to live in Farmington, New Mexico, near the Four Corners region, and we lived there for 12 years. Horse life and life in general in upstate New York and New Mexico could not be more different. And over the time that Quincy and I got to New Mexico and learned about horse life out there, we faced many challenges. And one of our big challenges for him and for me was going out on long trail rides in the desert. So that was a challenge that he and I met together, and as we gained more confidence and really came to enjoy it, one day it just occurred to me that it would be really, really amazing to write a set of children's books about the challenges that he had faced and all the things that he had overcome in moving and learning to trail ride.
Camille, I want to ask you about that beautiful artwork that's in your books. I found that inspirational on its own. Are you the mastermind behind that, or did you have somebody help you create that?
Well, I'm a believer in horse life, Claudia, and so I had written the Quincy books. They just, as many authors might say, they just came to me. They were in my head, and I wrote them down. You know, over time I polished them, and when I first wrote them down, I wasn't sure how many books it would be. It was just the stories. But, you know, within about a year, I had really done a pretty good job of a first draft on the series. And then I began to wonder, well, how would I get them published? What would I do next? And how would I find an illustrator? Because to me, the illustrations, I could see them. And also Quincy is just so beautiful. And I grew up in Kentucky, where there's so many beautiful horses and paintings. So I kind of had a concept. And I wondered, how would I ever bring that to being? And I went to a couple of book groups, and everyone said, well, don't worry about that, because if you find a publisher, they'll take all that over. And I was just like, well, I don't want anyone to take it over. I kind of want this whole series to be the way we've pictured it. So I just put it in a box and didn't really do much with it for a while. And then I myself decided to take up some new riding, and so I got a referral to a horse trainer, and I went to meet with her, and over the course of several lessons, I shared with her the story of the books and the fact that they were kind of in a box and not, I couldn't go further. She turned out to be a professional artist as well, and she was an amazing artist. She showed me her artwork, and I knew from the minute I saw it that had to be the artwork for the Quincy books. So all of the illustrations are full-size oil paintings that were painted by Michelle Black, who is an artist and extremely well-known horse trainer in the Colorado and New Mexico area.
So I'm sure that she is just as proud of your books as you are, that she got to help you make a dream come true.
Absolutely. It's her dream come true as well, and actually we began to collaborate in 2009, and it was a time where self-publishing was just coming into being. So Michelle is a very good businesswoman, and she said, we just have to self-publish these books, and that's what we did.
Now, where are the original paintings? Are they hanging somewhere?
The original paintings are in Michelle's possession, except for several of them that she has given me over the years as, you know, as special gifts.
Now, for the kids that are watching, how old was your horse? Because this amazes me that horses have a long as life as you have been sharing with me.
Well, when Quincy came to live with us, he was 5 years old, and when we moved out to New Mexico, he was 7. So he lived in New Mexico until he was about 15 years old, and then we moved to Berks County 11 years ago. So Quincy had a long, happy, healthy, exciting life, and he passed away 2 years ago at age 30.
30. My goodness, kids, you hear that? A horse can live to be 30 years old. That's somebody that truly loves their pet and companion. Now, one other question, Camille. Have you had other horses? I know that Quincy must have been your favorite, but did you have other horses in your life?
Well, your horses are like children, Claudia. You love them. They're all different, but you love them the same.
Aw.
And my horses were Quincy. Well, Bo actually was my first horse. He's Quincy's best friend, and Quincy was purchased to be Bo's friend to go to New Mexico, and so Bo wouldn't be going on his own. And then later in New Mexico, we bought Buck. So Buck is my horse, and Buck is going strong, and he just turned 30.
Well, Camille, I want to thank you for all your time, and for everybody out there watching Camille here on our YouTube channel. Come on into the library, and all of her books are on display, and she has lovingly signed them for all of us. So we need to thank her here by taking them out and making them well-loved and worn books here at the Origsburg Library. And again, Camille, thank you so very much for your generosity and for your time. Have a great day.
Thank you.